Okay, guys, I want to make a video about time traveling. I think I did a video a while back, but I'm trying to be more specific. I've been noticing and experience about time traveling or time dilation. Okay. Damn, I was gonna say something, but I forgot they blocked me. But I have few experience that I know for sure for a fact. Okay, back in 2022, when I was arrested, I was in jail. They locked me up on the north jail, third floor, and I'm on E pod. E as an elephant. Okay, because on each floor they got A pod, B pod, C pod, D pod, E pod, and F pod. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F. They got 6 pod in one floor, each floor, and there are like 6 floors for the North Jail building. But I don't know about the main jail because I never went over there. And then they also got the FEMA jail across the street next to the courthouse. But anyways, one time I was standing by the windows looking at the clock, outside the pod. And for a split second, 2 hours, I noticed 2 hours have passed in a blink of an eye. You know? And I told several of my inmate fellows, and then nobody believes me. They just say I'm a crazy mother F, or I'm bullshitting and make shit up, you know. I noticed that that's the very first time I noticed that something has happened, and something happened in between there where they erased my memory or something glitched. I was looking at the clock, and for a split second, it went from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It was 4:30 when I was looking at the clock outside the windows in the jail cell at the tower where the security, where the correctional officers at. And then for that split second, like a quarter of a second or half a second, it went from 4:30 to 6:30. I saw that, I didn't even blink. I was looking at it, and then it just like that, And I told several of my inmates, and they don't believe me. Nobody believe me. They just say I'm crazy. But anyways, I want to tell you guys what I saw and what has happened. So I noticed that they could do something like that where you will have missing time link. You will go missing, or something has happened in between those missing time, and you don't know. And the one time here, like 2 weeks ago, I was here in my RV right here, and I was playing on my phone. That I noticed they freeze me. I forgot what time was it, but it glitched, and I was froze, and everything freeze. And then for that split second, everything unfreeze again, and the time was off. I don't know how long it was because I can't remember, but it just felt like a split second, like a glitch. But something has happened in between, And then in 2021, I went shopping at Walmart right down in Kings Canyon Beach. As soon as when I came out of Walmart, they freeze me. They just freeze me. I just freeze outside of Walmart. And then for a split second, the EMS showed up. and unfreeze me, and they took me to the Fresno Community Hospital. I don't know what's that all about. And one night I came to the house here at my brother's house. I went to sleep, and the next morning I woke up. They stripped me naked and put me on the gown, and I was at Fresno Community Hospital, and they released me. You know, I don't know what's all that about. And anyways, back in jail, one time I was sleeping in my bunk bed, and a portal just opened, and my bed just dropped. I just dropped, boom, into a portal while I was on my bunk. And I came back to the exactly bunk where I'm at. But then here's the problem. The date were different, and the people in the pod were, some of them were different, some were there and some were not, and we got some new inmates, and those inmates looks different. They got different weight, different skin color, different attitudes, different eye colors. You know, like my bunkie Shoes, he goes by the name Shoes. Before he got like black eyes, and after that I see he got brown eyes. You know, and he used to have like a tattoo right here that has colors, and now his tattoo doesn't have colors anymore. It just, you know, bluish or black or whatever that color is. You know. And one time I went to court. Like 10 in the morning. I came back around, after like 1 o'clock. And when I came back, you know, my whole pod, they were all asking me, where did I go? What happened to me? I said, well, I went to court. Yeah, they said, yeah, but that was three days ago. I went to court 3 days ago. I never came back. I went missing, and everybody was looking for me for 3 days. And nobody knows where I'm at. You know, the cops, you know, the inmates, everybody was looking for me. But I did not feel like I was missing. I just went to court at 10 o'clock, and I came back around 1 o'clock. You know, and then, you know, people were searching and looking for me. I went missing. I was gone for 3 days, but I that's what they told me, but that's what everybody told me, but I just went to court from 10 o'clock and came back at 1 o'clock. So I don't know if I went to the multiverse or something has happened. I've been gone for 3 days, you know. But I was never, to me, I never went missing for 3 days. But to everybody, I was missing for 3 days. So I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm just telling you guys what I have experienced, and some weird shit happens. Okay? But I was gonna say something too, but okay. But recently, like a couple of days ago, I went riding my e-bike, and I was coming back home. I was over there by Kings Canyon Middle School, right there on Helm and McKenzie. And it was a clear night sky. It was around 8 or 8:30ish. I look at the moon. The moon was south, like right straight 90-degree up and south. You know, it was a clear blue sky, night sky that night. And as soon as I was riding my e-bike, and when I came home right here, I got to my resident here. I look at the moon, and the moon was like, you know, in the west northwest, you know, and that was just like 2 minutes, you know, from where I look at the moon and over here. So I noticed something very strange. I either went to the multiverse, or there's a missing time link where something has happened, and they either block my memory or delete my memory, and I just showed up over here. But man, that's got to be like several hours from the moon was like 90-degree up, and it was like south right here, and the moon was in the horizon northwest over there. So that must have been like 3 or 4 hours ago, you know. but to me it feels just like a minute or two, you know. So I just want to let you guys know I have experienced some weird stuff. They can erase my memory. If they upload fake memory to me, I'm gonna know the difference. I'm gonna know it's fabricated. But if they erase my memory, then I'm not gonna remember the, you know. But I'm gonna know that something has happened or something was missing. I'm gonna know that, but I don't know what has been deleted in my memory. Okay, they've been doing that to me. Like ever since I've been active in 1982, T always take me to places. My dad, True Blue, to people's houses, and I don't remember. All I remember is that I went to the house, and when we come back, and I don't know. I don't remember what happened in between there. Okay, they've been doing that to me all my life. On certain parts, certain experience events that happened in my life, they will erase it, and I don't remember. You know, but I know that something went missing or something has happened, but I don't know what is it. I just can't recall because they could delete. It's like a movie. They could delete a certain episode or scene in your life in the movies. It get cut off, you know, and you just jump to the next scene. Okay, they could do that shit. So I just want to let you guys know there are 28 multiverse. Oh yeah, back to that missing time link. How you can tell if you missing time link? Always pay attention to your watch, your clock, the hours. You know, on your phone or your watch, or look at the sun or the moon or the stars in the sky. If something is off, those gonna be in the different places. You know, like I was telling you guys about the moon. You know, this is how you can tell that you went to the multiverse or something has happened and they erase your memory. Okay, that's how you can tell the difference. Okay, guys, I'm just telling you guys what I know and how that's how I verify. Okay, so but everything feels normal. It looks normal. I look at the moon and 1 second it was up there, and the next second I went to the next block, and then the moon was like way down there. You know, that must be like 3 or 4 hours past. You know, but if everything looks normal, it just feel normal. I just came there, and now the moon's in the different location. You know, so I just want to let you guys know. Okay, this is how you can verify, because each multiverse, there's 28 multiverse here on Earth here or this universe. Okay, and each multiverse is identical. You know, so every time you go through a block or a fortress or a gate or a garage or a room or a door, like to the bathroom, to the house, to your outside your door or your house, you might be going to the multiverse and not realizing it, because all the 28 multiverse here are identical, but it's going to be a little bit different because it's in a different time link. Okay, each time you go to a multiverse, it has a different time link. It could be different years, different month, different days, different hours. Okay, and something might be there and something might not be there that you thought it was supposed to be there. Okay, guys, this is how you verify stuff. Okay, so the Matrix is full of tricks. You know, it's like a maze, a labyrinth, different time link. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, so each time I go through a door, just like my bathroom here, if I go through that door, I might go to a different, multiverse. Or if I go through this door right here, I might go to a different multiverse. Okay, but it's gonna be all identical. You see, but then they could change. They can move the grid. You see, because one time I was in jail, and the jail took off like a spaceship, and we were flying. But when I look out through the window on the jail, everything looks normal. But when I come back, I stay on the ground. The gel was flying like a spaceship. It was going up and down like an airplane. Cause I rode airplane before. So I know how it feels like. And one time, like a couple months back, I was in my RV. My RV took off like a UFO. It was flying. I could feel the gravity, and it was going like that. But then, when I look out the window, everything looks fine. Like I'm not moving or going anywhere. But as soon as I come back and sit right here, my UFO, my RV here was flying. Like a UFO. It took off. But I look out the window, everything looks normal. Like we're not moving. So this is how dangerous they could play tricks on us. Where we don't know where we're really at. We don't know what we really seen. Okay, guys. So just that you guys know about missing time link. And one time I touched a truck at Walmart. I could have swear it looks so real. It's there. But when I try to reach my hand and touch it, it's not there. My hand just go right through it. And then the truck, when I try to touch it, it looks like that my hand can never reach the truck. And the truck just like move back. And just like yesterday, I rode my bike. I was over there by Olive and Cedar. I saw a girl, drive her car and park right there on the road. She got out of her car and she went into her apartment. I tried to touch her car because it looks weird, Because she parked on the wrong direction and she drove in the direction. I just want to make sure if I'm not crazy. I try to touch her car and the car doesn't exist. I can see it. I'm right next to it and I touch it and the whole scene in front of me just like it just pushed back. And I can't touch the car. So I just want to let you guys know that this is how dangerous our technology is. Where they can CGI stuff, like it will look so real. But then you can't touch it. You can hear the noise, you can see it. You could probably telepathy with them, you could probably talk to them, but you can't touch them. They're not real. You guys call this CGIs, Or the Matrix, we call it residual self-imaging, okay? Where they're just like a computer-generated program. Or the programmer could load a program. You see this? The programmer could load a program like this. I could see it, but I can't touch it. Or I could touch it, I could see it, but it's not real. It's not here. It just false information into my consciousness. I could see it, I could touch it, or I might not be able to touch it, but it's not here. It's called false information. Where they can load programs. False information, and then you thought that you touch it or you see it, but in reality, it's not there. This is what's so dangerous about the Matrix, guys. Even they could play tricks on me, but I could verify it. I'm gonna know, okay? So I don't know about you guys, because you guys got cybernetic eyes, so computer eyes. So I don't know, and you guys are just artificial. So I don't know if you guys could tell the difference, but I can. If you guys fuck with me, you guys do some stupid shit in front of me, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna verify it, and I'm gonna know if it's real, did it really happen like that, or it didn't. Okay. They could erase everybody's memory all at once at the same time. They could digitize the whole area at the same time in a split second like that. And nobody has no clues what just has happened or what originally happened. Not the aftermath or the replay. Okay. They could replay the simulation. I see they could slow motion cars or people, or they could fast forward, or they could pause, stop people, rewind people or cars, or the time, everything. Everything just works just like a movie, a video games, okay? It's just that we're artificial realistic, okay? We're just not some digital graphic, what we are, but everything just look artificial real, but, you guys know what I mean, okay? So I just want to tell you guys what I have experienced and seen. It's so freaking scary, guys. You can't tell what's really there, what really happened, and what didn't, and everything will be real, guys. Okay, but did it really happen like that originally? No. But now it happens like that, so it's real. So game over for you, you know. Or they could play false information, you know. They could digitize anything. They can make anything. They can make up anything. They can change anything to anything. They could change the story. You know, there's tons of way. Okay, but you guys know. Okay, this is why I tell you guys to stay positive. Okay, don't pay attention to anything that's negative that doesn't benefit you guys. Okay, at the same time, the matrix is glitching. We got the Mandela effect that is giving you two story, black story, white story. Did Nelson Mandela die in jail or he didn't? Or it doesn't matter. Either way you pick, it's gonna register the other story. So you can't win the system. You can't beat the matrix. Okay, guys, that's why you gotta stay positive. Ignore it. This is how you're able to play the matrix and beat the matrix by ignore it. Don't pay attention to it. You know, you don't pick the black and white stories. This is how you win the Matrix, you know, or the Mandela effect, or the double six experiment. You ignore it, you don't care, you know, who gives a fuck, you know? And then the Matrix can't play you because you're not picking the story. You're not picking the black or white story. So how's the Matrix gonna play you? Okay, but if you pick the white story, it's gonna register the black story. You pick the black story, it's gonna register the white story, and that's how the Matrix wins you, and you know, and plays you. Okay, you can't win, guys. You can't beat the system. The system is the enemy. And then we got the programmer, demon, Satan, Lucifer, the fallen angel. You know, they just adding oils to the fire. You know, to the matrix, and we're just getting fucked. You know, the public or the majority of the people. You know, okay. I was gonna say something really important, but I forgot, guys. They blocked me. Oh yeah. So you know, I want to try to update again about the grid. Okay. Just like I'm here at the grid right here. I'm here in my RV. Okay. If somebody changed the grid, or I'm over there on Kings Canyon in the middle of the road. So if a car comes by, if they, for example, they place me on Willow and Kings Canyon in the center where all the cars coming in. Okay, if they change the grid for me to be over there, yeah, I'm here in my RV, but if a car comes by over there, I'm going to get ran over, even though I'm here. Okay, I'm going to get ran over, I'm going to die right here. You know, when, you know, I'm not over there. Okay, it's going to have the same effect. I could be over there in the real grid over there, but they digitized me to be over here in my RV. So if I grab this stick and hit me in the head, yeah, I'm going to bleed. I'm going to get hit. At the same time, I'm not really here. Just not my real location. My real location is over there in Kansas Canyon Willow. And if the car comes by over there and ram me over there where they place where I'm at, even though I'm here or I'm not here, it's going to affect me. Both, you know, at the same time, okay? This is how dangerous the Matrix is. If somebody changes or moves the grids, it doesn't matter where you're at. Wherever you see here, it's going to affect you. It's going to hit you. And wherever your real location is at, and something touch you over there or hit you, it's going to get you, okay? This is why this is so dangerous about the Matrix. You will never know where you're really at. That's the honest truth. And you will never know the truth. That's the honest truth. If you know the truth, the story changed. You know, it's going to register another story. You know, if you think you know where you're at, you don't. Because they could use Neuralink to play tricks on you. Or they can move the grids. You know, there's just no way to know where you're really at or what you're seeing or touching or feeling. That's why you just don't let the Matrix place you. Anything that's positive, it benefits you, go for it. Whatever it is, sex, money, power, gambling, drinking, eating, even though it's not real, who cares? As long as you accept, okay? The Matrix or life is about believing and accepting. As long as you accept, you know, there's no black or white, okay? But you just have to keep in mind, somebody reject your program, game over for you. Okay, you're gonna pay for it. Okay, so I hope everybody understand. Life is a movie, a game. Okay, we're inside a video game. None of you guys matter. Everybody's replaceable. They can make up anything. So who gives a fuck? Okay, everybody just gotta play dumb and ignore it. Just how we could play the Matrix or the demon or the devil. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's very dangerous. Okay, if somebody fucks with the grid or the Matrix glitch, shit, game over for you, and you can't prove it, and you will never know. You know. So just stay positive, okay, guys. Everybody just gotta work together and play dumb. The light in the dark, so you guys can have a piece of pie from Dad, okay, from me. If you guys fight, nobody wins, okay? I am the meat, the bone, and you guys are the hungry dogs and wolves. So everybody gotta work together. So everybody wins. If you guys fight, nobody wins, okay? That's honest truth. You guys know that, okay? But you gotta play dumb and make shit look real, okay? But if you disrespect me or you're trying to hurt me, then I'm gonna delete you, okay? So if you're gonna fuck with me, don't let me see you. You better be invisible, okay? Or subatomic level. Okay, so don't do stupid shit in front of me, because I'm gonna know before you attack me, okay? And yeah, I just want to throw here and there, okay, guys? So hopefully, don't be paranoid, okay, guys? But be cautious and be alert, okay? So don't be having sex, jacking off. I see people getting blown up and getting killed, and a new copy says you come back, but it's not you, and the new copy of you don't know that you're dead, the original you're dead, and they're just the copies, you know? Because we can make 100% replica, okay, guys? And I just want to update between me and it, okay? I don't know when it heist me. I don't know where he heist me at. When he heist me and he come out and he took over me, and I don't remember. And then when he goes away and he brought me back, I would feel like a glitch. And I was just kind of looking around in it, you know. So just stay positive, okay? You don't know if it's me or it's it, the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit, okay? Because we look 100% exactly, okay? We just have a little bit different attitude and different intelligence, okay? But me, I care for the people, okay? If I have something or I have money, I will give to you. And if you try to talk to me, I will talk to you, okay? But it doesn't talk to you. If you talk to it, he's not going to talk to you. If you ask for money or something, he's not going to give you anything. He just don't care. Or he doesn't hate or like, okay? You guys need to understand about it, the Holy Spirit, okay? But me, I care, okay? If I got money, I'll give you money. If you ask for help, if I can help you, I'll help you. Okay? If you ask me something, I'll talk to you. But it doesn't talk to you, okay? He just gonna ignore you, okay? So that's how you can tell the difference between me and it, okay? Well, it's all me, okay? It is me and I am me, but there's two of me. There's two of us, okay? I'm blind, but it's not blind, okay? I'm deaf, but it's not deaf, okay? But I can still see because my third eye is right here. You guys can't see it because it's in an interdimensional third eye right here. It's in a higher frequency, okay? That's why you guys can't see my third eye. And I only can see like, what, 5-10 frames per second? I only can see image in my, because they're fucking blind me, okay? But wherever I look, everybody can see it, okay? When I talk, everybody hears it, okay? So, I just want to update to you guys a little bit about me and the Holy Spirit. We look all identical. Okay, nhớ dùng kuya it. Mẹ bùa hậu của mỗi răng xuống lại hai ư bảo lắm. Của hai răng xuống lại ư more different attitude. Okay, we look alike 100%, but we have different attitude and different personality, different intelligence. Okay, and I just want to tell you guys, I am it. Okay, the Holy Ghost. I'll see you guys later. Oh. Okay, see, Michelle, see, he comes and goes like a ghost like this. Yeah, and I don't know where I went. You know, he could do that shit. Okay, he could fly around and fuck you in the ass or blow job you or fuck you in the pussy, okay? Or steal something for you or mess with you if you mess with it, okay? So uh just stay positive, okay, guys? At the same time, the Matrix glitching, the J virus acting up, all kind of shit is going wrong, okay? And I'll tell you guys, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm nervous. You know, I don't want to get beat up again. I don't want to go to jail again. I don't want to get ran over again. You know, I'm scared. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen next. Okay, but just hang in there until the tape finish playing me. Okay. At the same time, they put a chip on me. They could hack me too. You know, they can make me go left and right, turn me off and on. They could have me beat up somebody. I don't know, and they'll erase my memory. You know, okay, guys. So we live in dangerous times. Just stay positive. Everybody put on your Superman suit. We're all going to the moon. Okay, everybody's going home. See you later.